We need to find a way to get in good trouble, necessary trouble, if we're going to save America.
This is Paige. Welcome to the Necessary Trouble Show. Here's your host, my dad, Russell Fugett.
Thanks, Paige, and welcome back to a special quick hit edition of the Necessary Trouble Show. It's election day. We made it here in the Good Word Digital Studios. This segment is brought to you by Good Word Digital. If you need fast, affordable website, any business strategy, work, you name it, hit us up. I have 5 states that you should watch tonight on election night. And they're not Pennsylvania, they're not Michigan, because why? 5 states we should watch tonight that will determine this election. The big one is Florida. The count I have has Biden at 243, kind of already locked in, 243 electoral votes, and I have Mr. Trump at 181 electoral votes already locked in. And there are a handful of battleground states that are going to be determined. The key thing to look at is who's counting votes tonight. If Mr. Biden secures Florida, the election's over. He's over 270. That's one state that's going to pretty much have their results in tonight that we can look to. Then we have a handful of other states that if Mr. Biden can get 3 out of 4, then you're also going to see some results be pretty clear tonight and into the early morning hours here tomorrow on Wednesday. The next one I'll look at is North Carolina with 15 electoral votes is number 2. Keep an eye on that. And again, I'm going from east to west because we're seeing how soon can we know what the outcome of this election is. The next thing I would say to look at is Iowa. Only 6 electoral votes, but they're also looking like they're going to be able to have their votes counted and pretty quickly here on election day, and we should know some results there as well. The next thing I would say to look at going west is Arizona. Again, also looking like they're going to have their votes counted. I believe they've already done some counting of the votes according to reporting I've seen in the New York Times. Arizona with 11 electoral ballot votes is leaning towards Mr. Biden. But again, if we see that happen, again, the combination of those 3 would certainly put Mr. Biden over 270 as well. The last state that I include in the 5 is Georgia. Now, we're a little less clear on Georgia, again, according to reporting I've seen in the New York Times, as to how soon we'll know results. But it looks like it's possible that we could know results by the early morning hours of Wednesday. With 16 electoral votes, if that's the case, again, 3 out of those 4, Georgia, North Carolina, Iowa, and Arizona. 3 out of those 4 go to Mr. Biden. Mr. Biden's over the top at 270. Florida, again, as well, by itself is at 270. So again, you have 5 key states to look at, to follow on election night to see if we can get a result in that you should look at. Another one I'll throw in as a bonus, of course, is Texas, the Lone Star State. Now, right now, that state is still looking very favorable for Mr. Trump. But again, on election night, we get a surprise. We should see some results out of there on election night, or again in the early morning hours into Wednesday, that could tell us. And again, Texas as well would certainly put Mr. Biden over the top and would be an indicator that, along with Georgia, I would say as well, of course, with Florida, that we could see a blue wave landslide heading towards 400 electoral votes for Mr. Biden. Again, Iowa also is a key state, because if you get Iowa, that also portends to the other 2 states that I said that we're not going to really look at tonight, Michigan and Pennsylvania, because the demographics are somewhat similar, according to some of the information I've read. So if we get those 5 states, you look at Texas as well as a bonus. If some of those things break towards Biden, you're going to see the election really much be decided. If not, then we're going to be contesting, and we're going to all be waiting on pins and needles for Pennsylvania and Michigan to finish counting their votes, hopefully by Friday, November 6th, to be able to get a result. But as you've heard in yesterday's episode from Ms. Taylor and Paul Kendrick, Taylor and Paul Kendrick, everybody's on pins and needles in a lot of ways. I think many of us, no matter who we're pulling for, don't want to see that happen. So again, keep an eye out on those 5 states, Florida being the big one, North Carolina, Iowa, Arizona, and then of course, Georgia, if we can get a result in as well. Again, 3 out of those last 4 go either way. Either Biden will secure it, or we're going to be counting votes into the days ahead, and we'll just buckle up and see where we go. Everybody, get out and vote today. It's election day. This is your last chance to do it. If you have a mail-in ballot, don't put it in the mail, of course. Go drop it off. But at this point, the best thing you can do is put a mask on, bring some hand sanitizer, and grab your friends who haven't voted and go get in line and do your civic duty. We all have a voice and an opportunity to impact the future of this country and to truly impact the soul of this country and really get us on track in a better direction in so many areas you've heard about by watching this show. Thanks for tuning into this special episode. Enjoy election night. Feel free to tweet, text at Russell Fugett, at NT Show on Twitter, at Necessary Trouble Show as well on Instagram, Facebook, and maybe we can have some positive dialogue as we all watch the results come in. Thanks for watching the Necessary Trouble Show. I'm your host, Russell Fugett, here at the Good Word Digital Studios. I hope you enjoyed those 5 states you should watch tonight.
Thanks for watching the Necessary Trouble Show. Please visit necessarytroubleshow.com to support the show and to learn more. Subscribe to our e-newsletter and podcast, and follow us on social media at Necessary Trouble Show.
Good job, Daddy. This is Paige. Thanks for watching.